Hey everybody, it's Miss Shaw. Sorry, I have been away for a while. I've been truly teaching, and then summer came and I decided to just relax and take it easy. Well, today I'm actually going to show you a very simple way to make French onion soup. I did do this with my mom. I made it with my mom. Now, I don't eat French onion soup, but my mom does, and she loves the way I do it. But it's very simple and very easy. First, all you need is one onion, okay? I actually have two because I was doing something, I had leftovers, so I'm just going to get a lot of French onion soup. Now, if you only have one onion, you only need a can of beef broth. Because I have two, I'm going to use the box. I may not use all of it, but the beef broth also is really good when you're making beef stew, which I might do sometime later on. Just depends on when I get a chance to do it. And actually to show you. So the first thing we're going to do is something I learned from Rachel Ray. Yes, I'm getting it from her. It's something called a garbage bowl. It's just to put the extra stuff that you're not going to use in there. Unless you have the garbage can right next to you, which I used to have that, but I moved it to the other end of the kitchen. Okay? So to show you how we're going to do it, I'm going to move this over so I'm on the side to show you. Okay? And I'm going to move everything down. Now, you can do this in a crock-pot if you want to. Sometimes it's a little bit easier. You just don't get the bowl that you need out, which I forgot, the pan. And if you really want to just get stuff done a little bit ahead of time, you can put a little bit of the beef broth in. So I'm just going to probably put about half of it in right now. I might use the other half later, depending on how much onion I want and how much broth do I want. So the first thing you do is you can wash the onions, but I'm going to peel off the outer layer. These are Vidalia onions, so they're considered sweet onions. And yes, they can still make you cry. Okay? Parents, if you're going to have the kids do it, you can do it. You can laugh at them too. After you cut both ends off, you're going to take one, flip it up, you're going to cut it down the middle, okay? Now, you're then going to take the flat ends and you're going to put them down, okay? Now, one thing I forgot to do after I peeled or cut them is to take the outer shell off. Even though I'm doing this a little different, it's your choice. But you do want to take the outer layer of the onion off, just because you don't want that in your soup. Okay? You want what they call the meaty portion of it. Now, some people say, oh, you can do this underwater so your eyes don't water. Yes, it does work. Am I doing that? Nope. It's taking a little longer than normal. Okay. Well, kind of get the gist of it. Oh, there we go. There we go. So you get it down. And when you get down, my eyes are watering, at least one of them, you're going to cut it long. Excuse me. Should not even go with my. Excuse me. I'm going to wash my hands for a bit because I rubbed my nose. Alright, sorry for that. Took about a minute or two. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut it the long way, okay? So you have your cut ends. You're going to take one of them, just point it to you, and then you're going to cut very easily down that way. Now you're like, Miss Shaw, why are you cutting them that way? What it is because when you have it in the soup, you want chunks. Okay, so if you wanted to cut it the other way first, is that a problem? No. So once you cut it the long way, you turn it around, you cut it the short way, you scoop it up, and you stick it right in there. Okay? So, if you wanted to do it this way first, where the cut ends are on left and right, you may do that. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm cutting them into thinner chunks, like slices, slivers, all that stuff. Okay, and then sometimes I have the side things that I'm doing too. Then I turn it around, flip it around, really turn, and I just cut it again. Okay, on my left eye is kind of giving it to me. Okay, now if you don't have to have them in little pieces, you can also have them in a little bit bigger pieces too, and put them right in. Okay. If you use the can of beef broth and you don't have enough beef broth, don't worry about it. Just put some water into it, and you can really, sorry, the onion's getting to me. You can do it. So what you're going to see is something, something similar to this. It's almost towards the end, so I'm going to try to bend it down so you can see it. Okay? Now, the next thing you do is, I'm actually going to do this with you, where I'm going to do double. If you're not doing double, you can watch the rest of it, or just go to fast forward to where, actually I'm going to pause it. You don't have to fast forward. Just wait on a bit. I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to get the second onion in for it. Alright, so as I said about a second ago, the onion was getting to me. So it did get to me after the second one. So I cut up the second onion, I put it in, and then I took all the beef broth I had and stuck it in there. Okay, so it's kind of like almost double than what you saw. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to turn this on low. Now, if you're doing it in your Croc-Pot, same thing. You can turn it on low or high. I'd recommend low if you're like doing stuff throughout the day and it's like something for later. If you need it like within about 30 minutes, turn it on high. Okay? So this one right now, I stuck it on 3. I'm going to let it go very slowly. Now, if you like French onion, you wait until the onions are kind of a little soft, and you just stir it continuously. It can take about 10 to 15 minutes for this to actually take hold. I will show you. I did I'll even have some bigger onions. Okay, my mother loves it with a lot of onions in it. If the person does not like French onion soup with a lot of onions, add more broth, okay? So this has a lot of onions in it. My mother loves it. Once the French onion soup is done, you just stick it into a bowl. You can add some bread and some cheese, and it's done. But the basic of it is really beef broth and onions, okay? And sorry, I didn't let you see me cry. Okay. Well, if you have any questions, put them into the comments. I will try to get to them as soon as I can. And if you are actually one of my students, you can actually ask me questions when you see me at school. All right, guys, take care of yourself. Now, be wise, be caring, and just take care of each other. And this is really easy, especially with you guys if you are coming home from school and maybe your job is to kind of get a meal ready. This is not a very expensive meal. An onion maybe is $1 at the most. I think maybe a little bit over if you take one large onion and one beef broth. So you can make this for under $5 with just the basic. The extra stuff costs a little bit more. All right, take care of yourself And if you have any questions or any comments you want, or anything you want me to try to do, put them right down in the comments section. Take care now. Bye.